John Henry Newman College, where you become a new you. Here at JNC, we work tirelessly to peel back the knowledge of the layers of the onion in each of our disciplines. The mission of this college is to use inductive methodology to help further understand each academic discipline, starting with the student, that's you, rather than the subject itself. Come and join us as we begin our tour here at JNC.
Our first stop on the tour here at JNC is at the heart of campus, the church. Now, our church here is named after Pope St. John the 23rd. St. John was the 261st Pope of the Catholic Church and the Vicar of Christ who convened the Second Vatican Council. This council, which of course changed the way the church does theology, and is go inside this beautiful church dedicated to Pope St. John the 23rd. What is so important about the church is that it is a way for all students here at JNC to make their fides qua. The fides qua, or the individual person saying yes to the fides quae, which is the content of the faith. This faith, or the human response to the experience of transcendent mystery, is what drives our work and our world here at JNC. Looking for the transcendent mystery is what we do in all our disciplines here, whether it is through biology, English, or philosophy. All our disciplines find new ways to approach the transcendent mystery in their field.
This center is home to all our sciences: biology, chemistry, physics, and many more. Sciences must have grounds or criteria to test the statements in their respective fields, so as to validate or invalidate a scientific statement. This is the type of work our students do here in the Rausch Science Center.
Our Science Center is named after Father Thomas Rausch, a Jesuit priest who said that theology, like biology, chemistry, physics, can in fact be called a science. Father Rausch says that there are clear criteria in examining a theological statement.
The questions that validate a theological statement are clear. 1. Is it consistent with the biblical tradition? 2. Is it supported by the official tradition of the Church? 3. Is it consistent with the faith of the people? 4. Is it consistent with scientific knowledge? And 5. Is it able to speak to the concerns of a contemporary people? These questions ground theology, much like other criteria ground biology and physics here in our Rausch Science Center.
JNCs, we have a unique way of doing food. We have what we call the daily sensus fidelium special. This means the student body gets the daily special. They may not like it, quite rarely, but they understand why it is served, for their own health and well-being. We call this a principle of the hungry spirit. Sensus fidelium special is a way for the student body to respond to a particular dish. This is similar, of course, to the theological sensus fidelium, or sense of the faithful. This refers to the membership of the church understanding a teaching. They may not like it, but they understand it. This is a principle of the Holy Spirit working through the entire church. Now, whoever said theology and food don't go well together? Certainly not Giovanna.
As you can see here at JNC, we have a flourishing institution. This has not always been the case. Much like any good thing, it has started at the grassroots and has grown. JNC began when a disciple of Sister Maureen Sullivan, by the name of Jimmy Leonard, founded an institution in her memory. President Leonard's root metaphysical concept is knowledge, and through that he wanted to share his theological system with his students. For those who are unaware, a root metaphysical concept is an abstract term theologians use to build their theological system.
Welcome to Sullivan Memorial Grotto. Here I have Dr. Leonard, the president of John Henry Newman College. Dr. Leonard, can you tell us about the creative moment in the founding of the college?
Why, of course, Mr. Casey. In the year 1992, the 23rd birthday of our beloved Sister Maureen Sullivan, OP, she had this brilliant idea that one day students of all kinds would be able to experience the inductive method of theology. The inductive method, of course, being where we take the students first and try to bring them to God into their knowledge of what they know, things that they can understand, so they can better understand the mystery of God.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Leonard. Can you now explain the development of doctrine and the development of John Henry Newman College?
Of course. So, the beloved theologian in which our fabulous institution was named after, John Henry Newman, has given us what we call the illative sense. Now, using the inductive method to help you understand what the illative sense is, I'm going to explain it to you in the matter of using an onion. So an onion has several layers, and as we peel back the layers of the onion, we better understand the truth about God and the truth about our students here at John Henry Newman. So by peeling back these layers of their life to understand better what their vocation for God is. Because as you know, of course, Mr. Casey, you were made by God for God, and your life belongs to God. So that means God has written a vocation for you before your creation at the creative moment. He has already decided what he needs you for here on this earth, and especially here at John Henry Newman College. So as over time, as we begin to understand this, doctrine changes, because one day you might want to be a doctor, but 10 years later you might have this wonderful theology teacher named Sister Maureen in the Approaches to God course, and you might realize that you were meant to be a religious sister for the Lord. And so as time, in the church, we have these realizations, and we think that this is what God is telling us to do. But as we progress and learn more and more, we realize that we were wrong and that God has called us to something else.
Great. Now that's some food for thought for all of us. And that's really what we strive for here at John Henry Newman College. Thank you, Dr. Leonard.
Thank you, Mr. Casey.
Obviously, here at JNC, we have our faith, we have our academic fulfillment, our food, and our fun. We're strong supporters of the physical well-being of our students. This is evident in the athletic department here at JNC. There are some practices in the game of baseball that are not necessary to victory. For example, wearing your socks high or low, chewing bubble gum, or spitting seeds. A rule of baseball that has changed, though, is the use of aluminum bats that have changed from solely wooden bats beforehand. These changes have enhanced the game of baseball, but have not changed the rules of the game. Other truths in the sport of baseball that are central to the game, that depart from these truths, put the outside of the sport. Such truths are pivotal: how many feet to the pitcher's mound, how many feet between plates, and how many players are on the field. These rules will always remain the same, for they are the fundamentals. Like the rules of baseball, this applies to the rules of theology. There are truths to the faith that are core to the faith. To depart from these truths means to depart from the communion of faith. These truths are dogmas. Doctrines and disciplines, however, can be changed. Here we are at the theology department at JNC, in the Lane House, named after Father Dermot Lane. Here in this location was the founding of JNC's Illative Sense program. This program uses the inductive theology, starting with the human and working our way towards God. It is through the courses here at JNC we are able to show students how to approach God using the numerous ways He has given us. Not only is this used in the theology department, but also in philosophy, English, fine arts, and all other academic disciplines here at JNC.
We are so glad you have chosen to join us here at John Henry Newman College. We are thrilled that you are considered experiencing our illative sense approach to the creator of the universe. We hope that you consider spending the next 4 years with us, where you will learn to approach God in the numerous ways He has always taught us to. Here at JNC, we work tirelessly
we all know students cannot just study, study, study. They need to refuel and catch a break. Here at Giovanna's Gourmet Restaurante, J&C's dining hall, we recognize that not only the best of the...
This is our Roush Science Center. Fuck, start that over.
Oh, it started? Oh.
To join us at this wonderful, community here at John Henry Newman College. We are just start keying whenever you're ready. We hope that you consider spending the next 4 years with us, as you will learn to approach God in numerous ways by always starting with you. You know, we should put at the end, if you don't want to come here because you're stupid, you can consider applying to Cardinal Burke Community College. Okay. We are so glad you have decided to join us here at... Fuck. We are so glad... We just made a face, it's funny.
Why?
Is it a catchable one? Oh, edible?
They used to make edible ones.
All right, you know, I send you off with the kaleidoscope of colors.